In a hidden corner of the world stood a library no one could find unless they had lost a dream. Inside its endless shelves were glowing books, each holding a dream someone had abandoned. One night, a boy named Eli stumbled into the library. He'd always wanted to become an artist, but after failing his entrance exams for art school, he'd given up on his dream and was now on his way to a dead-end job in construction. The librarian, a gentle old man with silver eyes, saw Eli enter and smiled. He'd been expecting him. Without a word, the old man walked over to a bookshelf, ran his hand along the spines of several books until he found the one with Eli's name on it. It was glowing softly. The old man handed it to Eli. When Eli opened the book, he saw all the paintings he might have created, alive with color and wonder. There were landscapes filled with impossible shades of blue and green, portraits of people whose eyes twinkled with life, and still lifes of objects arranged in such a way as to tell stories without words. Each painting was more beautiful than the last, and Eli felt his heart breaking inside his chest. He slammed the book shut and looked up at the old man, tears streaming down his face. "Why show me what I can never have?" he cried out, his voice echoing in the vast emptiness of the library. The old man smiled sadly. "These are not gone," he said gently. "They are waiting for you to bring them into the world." Eli didn't understand. The old man sighed and gestured to the paintings. "Do you not see? Here is your dream. You gave up on it when you decided to abandon art for a life of practicality. But dreams do not die, Eli. They wait." Eli looked back at the book in his hands, his mind reeling from the old man's words. Was this really his dream? Had he really abandoned it? He remembered the days when he'd spend hours sketching, painting, dreaming of a world where he could make a living from his art. He'd been so sure of his talent, so confident that he'd succeed. And then reality had hit him like a bucket of cold water. The competition was fierce, and he'd realized that his dream was just that, a dream. So he'd buried it, trying to convince himself that it had never been real. But looking at the paintings in the book, he could feel the truth of the old man's words. These were his dreams, and they hadn't died. They were waiting for him to bring them to life. Eli closed the book, his hands shaking. What should he do? The old man leaned forward. "Choose, Eli," he said softly. "Will you pick up your paintbrush again, or will you let your dreams wither away?" Eli took a deep breath. Looking at the old man's kind eyes, he knew what he had to do. He couldn't bring himself to say it out loud. Instead, he turned and walked towards the door, the book clutched tightly in his arms. As he stepped out into the night, he felt a renewed sense of purpose. He didn't know what the future held, but he knew that forgotten dreams do not die. They wait for us to remember them, and with that thought in mind, Eli began to run. He ran as fast as he could, not daring to look back, the book of dreams clutched tightly to his chest, a beacon of hope in the darkness. Many years later, Eli became one of the most successful artists of his generation. His paintings were displayed in galleries around the world, and people came from far and wide to see them. But he never forgot the night he found the library and the old man with silver eyes who helped him remember his dreams. Whenever he felt lost or discouraged, he would take out the book and read through his paintings, reminding himself that no matter what happens, our dreams are always waiting for us to bring them into the world.